Good morning, my friends. My name is Reverend Sophia Lyons. I serve as the minister here at the First Parish of Watertown Unitarian-Universalist Church, and the pronouns that I use are she, her, hers. And I say to you from all of us, happy Pride, my dear beloveds. This entire worship will center the voices of our LGBTQIA+ siblings. More than ever, I know you don't need me to say this, their stories, their testimonies, their prayers, and their voices are needed. And it has been such a joy and honor to be companioned by them all week, as well as your incredible Safe Congregation Committee, who have poured their hearts and souls into lifting up their voices, not just for the month of June, but for every single day throughout a church year. We are so grateful to your ministries and to all of your ministries who are lived out maybe more quietly in support of our beloved LGBTQIA siblings. So I want to just extend some thank you. This morning, our hope and aspiration is that we might gift these voices, testimonies, prayers, experiences to you. Our prayer is that they may seep into your bones and beings and be carried forward for now more than ever. They need their voices and stories in our bones lived out in the world. They need our help. They need us as allies. So let this service soak in, my friends. In order that we might be these bearers of love and equity and solidarity, we must first arrive. Am I right? We must first release and loosen for a moment so that we might prepare. And so I'm going to ask you to turn off the things that ding and ping. And for a moment, gently say to your beautiful, whirring minds, shh. The past is past. The future is not yet here. What we have is right now, so let us all drink from the well of now. My friends, some of you met me outside before you entered into this sanctuary and space, and you received rainbow blessings from me. I want all of you to know that after service, I will be offering them to those of you who might not have been able to get one or have changed your minds and you would like one or you would like more. I marveled as I stood outside at how many were responding to this rainbow stole that I'm wearing. And I realized, I started to say to people, I was rainbow blessed this morning. This stole was made for me by the Safe Congregation Committee as a gift. And along with some other gifts and handmade, and I am so moved by the love you all pour out to me and the love that we make together in the world. And so I didn't want to not share that with you and allow you to take in the rainbow blessing I was given by them on behalf of all of you. So thank you for your blessing. And again, if you would like one from me, come get one at the end of service. Okay. Heaven Broken Open by Jamie Yandel. Last Friday night, 600 people from my religious faith watched an online drag show together. It was one of those moments when you realize something epic is happening. I felt joy, a joy I haven't felt in a long time. From the tingling on the top of my skull to the electricity that flowed through my body down to my toes. The drag show was heaven broken open, given to us for the evening. We were the angels, and the kings and queens were our royalty. Everything for a little while was perfect, and I saw the face of my God. A lot of people think that drag is just dressing up, but to me, drag is about more than taking the stage. If you're trans, non-binary like me, the actual performance is pretending to be cisgender. This means that drag is the most authentic thing I can be a part of, watching or taking the stage as a king. Queer people are in fact royalty. The early creators who utilized drag for survival, and in some cases, protection. When kings and queens are on stage, their witnesses form a holy council. Here is where my God can be found, nestled in the crux of the connection of humanity. My God is too big to fit into any pronouns. My God accepts my entire sacred and holy self. My God knows I was created for an expansive life and knows that the margins hold the most sacred and holiest parts of humanity. When I witness a drag show, I'm witnessing my God in all who are present. I can feel our connection, the rhythm of life running through all of us and in all things. It's so obvious, it almost hurts to feel it. In that moment, all of the struggles and pain incurred from existing as a person whose non-binary are washed away, and I am made new again. And Jamie offers this closing prayer. May we breathe into a moment of gentling. May we whisper to each other of belonging, of I belong, and you belong, and we belong, just as we are. Amen.
For our reading this morning, we will be hearing the words of Kashima Gottfried. My name is Sue Twombly, and I serve on the Safe Congregations Committee. This is entitled Queerly Beloved. I accidentally came out in a homily I delivered at Summer Seminary, a Unitarian-Universalist program for youth considering becoming religious professionals. I had recently been leaning into my identity as a queer woman of color, and I said as much. I forgot, however, that I hadn't mentioned this fact to my parents yet, who were watching the live stream at First Unitarian in Chicago from their couch in Corvallis, Oregon. When my dad picked me up from the airport a week later, he brought it up almost immediately. So I wanted to ask, what does queer mean to you? I've flirted with a lot of different labels throughout the years, from ally to bisexual to lesbian, but none of them have ever felt quite right. Each has a special place in my heart for the communities I've been in solidarity with and the identities that I've claimed, but I keep returning to the word queer. I've had conversations with LGBT elders about the word queer. Not everyone uses it. Some have too many memories of it being used as a weapon against them to have to sit right with their soul. My middle school counselor hated the word because for him, queer meant strange and odd. That's still the first definition that comes up when you Google it. But for me, a mixed-race person of color, a gender-expansive relationship anarchist, and of course, a Unitarian-Universalist, Queer is the perfect word, not just to describe my sexuality, but every part of me and what I embody. As I've studied queer theology in seminary, I've actually become more and more convinced that Unitarian-Universalism itself is a queer faith, defined not by a creed passed down through generations, but by the real-world commitments we make to each other in the present. Unitarian-Universalism queers the idea of theology itself, not requiring the theos, God, to do the logos, talk. Our God talk includes the atheists, agnostics, polytheists, and all those who endeavor to engage in the search for truth and meaning. My queerness and my Unitarian Universalism are inextricably linked, informing each other at every bend in the road. I wouldn't be who I am without either of them. Spirit of life, queerly beloved, God of the strange and the odd and the imperfect and the beautiful, help us find the words that embody who we truly are.
The next reading is called Everybody's In by Lori Walk. Gracious God, is it the glitter? Some people think it's the glitter that makes the Pride Parade like heaven. Pearly gates and streets of gold. Surely heaven has as much glitter as a Pride Parade. There's definitely enough glitter there to make a person believe that the Pride Parade is heaven, is like heaven. Some people, of course, do not think the Pride Parade is like heaven. After all, who would let all these people in? Surely there's some kind of form to fill out. One must be given clearance, or at least abide by the dress code. Speaking of, what is the dress code for heaven? What documentation is required? Of course, this is the strongest argument that the kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade. All are welcome. We don't get to decide who is in and who is out. Everybody's in. Everybody. Or maybe it's that the kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade because it is a protest against bigotry, against hate, against fear, a protest against being someone you aren't, against the idea that only some of us are worthy, a protest against anything that does not lift up love. That's quite the parable, isn't it? The kingdom of heaven is like the Pride Parade, where all are welcome and love wins. We'll know it by the glitter and the love. Thanks be to God. Amen.
And let us continue the prayer that really began the moment the music started. That is when the prayer began this morning. But I humbly offer you this closing prayer for pride. God of the multitudes, the millions of colors, shades, hues that make up the rainbow of humanity, touch the hearts this morning of our dear trans, non-binary, gender non-conforming, gay, lesbian, bi, intersex, queer beloveds. Touch their hearts so that they might hear and know these words that we've been shouting and speaking and singing and praying this morning. You are precious. You are powerful. You are not hard to love and respect. Your existence is a blessing. You are shining light everywhere you go, building up a world, letting your light shine. You are bring your tender hope for change, bring your most garish eyeshadow, bring your spirit tattered and battered. You are protest and party, precious, powerful. You are wishing to be free, waiting to step into the center where arms can hold you here in this tiny space where I end and you begin, where hope lives, where love is the spirit of this church and service is the law, peace, truth, love dwelling beneath the skies, where beloved community says to you over and over and over again, you are precious, you are powerful. Where we, your fellows, also witness God in your drag shows, your kingness and queenness, the rhythm of life running through all of us and in all things so obvious it almost hurts to feel it. Where we sing to you, how could anyone ever tell you you are anything less than beautiful, because you are so very precious and you are so very powerful. In your queerly belovedness, in what you want, baby, I've got it. All you got to do is give some respect in your socket to me's, because you're precious and you're powerful. And your pride, your parade, rainbow embodiments of your preciousness, your power is the kingdom of heaven, and we are all wrapped up in it. Yes. A place where everybody's in. Yes. And where all are welcome and love wins. A place we'll know by the glitter and the love, and your thanks be to God. And so, to the elders who've seen it all, to those with one toe out of the closet, to those who are still in it, to those who tore down the closet altogether, we say, you are precious and you are powerful. In the face of hatred, in the faces of those who deny your wholeness, we root ourselves in the truth we know, that you are precious and you are powerful. From the dance floor to the Capitol rotunda, from our kitchen tables to the White House, from jail cells to classrooms to pulpits, whether whispered or shouted, we will and do proclaim, you are precious and you are powerful. God bless you, just as you are. May all of us feel this, receive it, give it.